8 days out. I'm gonna hit some arms today. It won't be anything exciting because I just don't have the energy. I don't need to train particularly heavy. It's just about keeping things moving, keeping blood moving around. You know, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just in absolute zombie mode at the moment. So we don't really have a plan of attack for this session. We're going to do whatever movements we feel like doing, that we typically like, that feel good. I'm just trying to take it every day as it comes now. Make sure every day make every day count. My son Leo doesn't care. He just cares about how much Lego I'm going to buy him. No, I mean Leo's 5.5 now. He doesn't know me as any different. He doesn't look at me any differently than any other child looks at their own father or dad or whatever. He looks at me, I'm just his dad. He doesn't even notice. I mean, I'm just normal. My daughter Louise, actually, she didn't even know that I turned pro, which is funny. She picked me up. I picked her up from her mum's about maybe 2 or 3 weeks after the finals. And she got in the car, and I was like, "You all right?" She's like, yeah. Got a new phone, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, "Oh yeah, how did your competition go?" I was like, "I won." She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Well, I'm now a professional, I'm now a pro, I've just won the overall." She was like, "Oh, wow," and just started Snapchatting absolutely everything. And like in the car, she was just like Snapchatting me to her friends, and like, "My dad's a pro," and loved it. And she's also, I think she did a talk about me at school, which is pretty cool as well. And she's 13 in March, so I need to get bigger because she's going to get boyfriends soon, I'm sure. So I need to nip that in the bud quickly. My whole body feels like I've been hit by a fucking bus. Like a big bus, like a double-decker. I'm sure everyone who's competing next week is feeling exactly the same. I think today we're just going to stick to low impact movements, cables, some light dumbbell work, because honestly every single joint in my body is sore, dry and tight and clicky. I feel like I've got arthritis. Even my ankles are clicky. I don't even train ankles.
You ain't coming with it like Nathan Doyle's coming with it. You're mad.
Heavy, but it's really heavy.
No, I'm just not. I'm really sweating.
It's just elbow, I feel it's all in my elbows.
Yo, rich niggas. You know, some people really don't got no home, man.
Fucking knob. I think we're leaving mine about 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. So our flight's at 8:45, so we'll be there nice and early. 7-hour flight to Chicago, and then from Chicago to Columbus. I should get to Columbus around 4-ish their time, which will be nice. So I've got a few hours to get some food in, see Justin, go to the gym, do what I need to do. But over the next few days, it's really about packing, getting my list of stuff together, figuring out what I need to take. Is in with me. Yeah, I mean, in terms of us training, it's not going to be anything hard. I mean, we did legs yesterday. It was pretty bullshit, to be honest. Not breaking any records, keeping it very high-ish volume, but not particularly much in terms of load. I would say, I mean, I don't really do the traditional deplete and carb up. There's just way too much to go wrong with me. So it's about a question about maintaining the fullness I have, and just coasting in really. So the next couple of days, I think today I've got to go and buy a new suitcase because mine is broken. Change up some sterling to dollars. That's pretty much what I've got to do today. Tomorrow, last minute haircut, shave, get my suitcase ready, make sure everything's in line, make sure the dog's sorted out. Just, as if you're going on holiday. And I just need to try and keep busy because the last few days, the nerves not the stress so much, but the nerves and the pressure and sort of the gravity of this whole situation is definitely sort of mentally hit me quite hard. You know, to say that I'm not scared to death would be a lie.
Training-wise, it's been good. Everything's been pretty good up until, well, maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and that's when it hit.
Yeah, we had to start backing off things a bit.
Yeah, you know, the big compounds came out. The real heavy intensity sets were reduced and then left out a little bit, just to stop him from basically crashing and burning. It is getting harder for him. Just everything else around daily life is tough. So I've tried to just do what I can to, you know, drive in places. If we need to go somewhere and takes 10 minutes to put your shoes on, then I probably will drive because it's safer that way.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, no, it's just keeping him occupied, keeping him focused, and because your mind becomes your kind of worst enemy. And with Luke, he's kind of talked himself into situations where he thinks he's not ready, or you know, so you kind of get in that little downward spiral, especially when you're hungry and tired. So it's just more about keeping him distracted and keeping his head where it needs to be a little bit. But yeah, he's all good. He's done it before, so just not to this level. But it's nothing different. The basic routine of it is no different. So yeah.
I mean, you've definitely kept me on the straight and narrow. I would have crashed and burned a couple of times. It's been quite emotional for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been a lot more invested this time, and it's mentally been extremely tough because I never thought I would get the sort of overwhelming amount of support from people that I have had. You know, I've had so many messages and comments, and you know, and I never expected it. So I never thought of this as me in a way representing the UK at the Arnold. I never thought about it like that. I mean, but it's very evident that I have a lot of people supporting me on this, which again, as I said, I never expected it. So that's in a way adding pressure, but it's also positively inspiring me to push harder. And obviously every time you learn how to push through those plateaus and learn how to dig a little bit deeper, mentally it does become harder because you've never been to that place before. And like the last few weeks have been a complete blur. I just take each day as it comes. And you know, it's I mean, there's been days where it's absolutely sucked, and other days I felt pretty good. But again, the days that you feel the worst, you've got to dig deeper. And that's obviously having Ben there for me has absolutely helped me do that. And I don't think I'd be able to get to where I am now without him, in all honesty.
So I'm having half the prize money as well.
Are you?
What? It definitely helps having some sort of awareness of what it feels like. You know, you'll see other people in the gym and they're like, oh, he's pretty tired now, isn't he? But that doesn't cover it. It doesn't fully explain how you're feeling when you're trying to push and kind of go against every instinct that your body wants to. So I guess there's a lot more kind of empathy and kind of understanding of that. There's a lot more kind of understanding of that, but of how he's feeling and knowing when to basically shut up and just leave him be for a bit. There's times where he'll just be quiet, and that's fine to kind of just not talk. We'll train, we'll do a couple of sets, and we probably won't have uttered a word to each other, but sometimes you need that as well. You need a bit of space, rather than someone, are you all right, how are you feeling, are you tired, are you hungry? That doesn't help. The answer is yes to all of those things. So sometimes it just helps to have someone just get on with shit, and it kind of and I guess it helps me that when I was dieting, we just get on with stuff. So
yeah, it's very good having somebody understanding in your corner. I mean, every day you deal with oh, you must be tired. How's the diet? How's the cardio? You must be hating cardio now. Oh, you must be really tired. Is this a bit where it starts getting really hard? I'm like, dude, it's been fucking hard for weeks. I feel like I'm gonna die. I don't even want to talk to you right now, but I have to because it's manners. You know, but luckily in this environment, in this gym, a lot of people have just are courteous enough to just let me get on with it now and know that, you know, I'm never deliberately trying to be rude to people because I'm not generally a rude person, but you know, when you're very, very tired and drained, it's really hard to just hold a conversation and answer all those monotonous questions. So people here have got to know me enough now that they know it's not me being in a mood, it's just I'm just extremely tired, which is really, I'm appreciative of that. And again, Ben's been in my shoes before, and he knows exactly how it feels. Carly knows how it feels. And again, like I said, it's not an excuse to be horrible, but sometimes, you know, it's hard to engage in a conversation. You just have that permanent feeling of indifference to everything around you, apart from the task at hand. So literally nothing interests me at all at the moment, except the things that I have to do. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's been times when Ben's come over and we've put like a film on and I've been asleep within 2 minutes. Then I've woken up like I've got to eat.
you woke up on time as well.
I actually woke up bang on time yesterday. I just shot up and was like, it's time to eat. Yeah, so nobody can really understand the benefit of having a training partner and a friend until you've had one. And as I said, I just don't think I could do this without someone like Ben, or just without Ben here. I like this workout because we're just staying in the same place, which is I don't have to walk anywhere. It's like a multi-gym, just there. You know what? I don't even want to eat anything because for the taste. Like in the past, I'm like, oh, I really want a burger because it tastes amazing. But this time, I don't want to eat anything because I want to taste something good. I want to eat something so I feel good. Even just a big bowl of plain rice would be amazing. It would make me feel good. Such a pussy. I feel like I'm just almost like doubting my own ability to train because I just can't train hard. It's winding me up. Because there are times when I would have pulled back probably too much in the gym just because I'm tired, and Ben's like, no, we've got more to do, you know. So he won't push me past what I should be doing, but he certainly won't let me slip below what's expected, which is good. So, you know, there's that fine balance, because obviously for the last 3-4 weeks, building muscle hasn't even been part of the equation at all. So trying to break down muscle tissue and push the heavy loads and impact my recovery would have absolutely no benefit whatsoever. But again, going to the gym and half-assing it, so I don't really get any response metabolically or anyway, again, it doesn't help me. So having them help me out with the balance of that has been a big help as well.
Pretty consistently, pretty damn near every day. How many preps? 3 preps, 2 meals into a month. So you kind of get, we know exactly where each other are at now in terms of when it's right to push, when it's not to pull, when a set is a bit risky, and just when it's not appropriate. So, and a lot of times I'll leave him to do his own set. You know, I don't get in his face and screaming and shouting and try and milk every single rep out of the set, because it's just gonna overshoot him. He knows how to push himself within that set and what's necessary. So it's not always about being hardcore and you know, just obliterating every single session. It's not always the way to do it.
Yeah, especially when your sleep's just terrible for whatever reason, or the amount of calories you're taking in is shit. You're doing cardio on top of that. You know, your body is delicate. It's not going to recover from that onslaught of training. So that's why you need to use your brain muscle a little bit more.
And the loads we're using as well, when we are up to a work set, the loads are heavy. They still have been heavy probably up until about 5-6 days ago. We're still moving, well, you're still moving a lot of load. So you know, you can't take the piss and drop set them and force rep them and
rest pause and all that.
You're just putting yourself in a vulnerable position. You're going to fry your CNS. You're not going to recover, and it's just a bad idea all around, really.
Have you noticed any changes in the overall effect of this prep at all?
Physically he's bigger and leaner, so that's one thing. Mentally, I think there's a lot more focus. I mean, it was really on track for the British anyway, but it's now slightly different. There's a bit more pressure, again, over the British expectation, and I think he's put a lot of pressure on himself from that. So certainly the last 10 to 14 days, that's where I've noticed it's been more of a mental struggle, I think, for him. Being leaner, being more tired, and having more pressure, I do think it's hit him a little harder than before. But that's to be expected. It's a higher level. It's, you know, that was always going to be the case. But he's handling it well. Especially now we're in this final week, I think the hard work's done. And like I said to him the other day, you know, it doesn't really matter what happens, just enjoy it. It sounds corny, but enjoy it, because you're never going to get another pro debut again. And to have it at the Arnold is massive. It's a massive opportunity, and it's what he's worked for. So enjoy it. Don't let it pass you by, and kind of don't let it be a blur. Take it all in, and just see what happens.
ribs just clicked. All my ribs just clicked in the first step.